Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Analytical English. I'm Bruce.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Today, on the 3rd of December, we have your vocabulary and phrase test. This time, we have 10 sentences with a blank in each one. And, of course, you have to choose whether A, B, C, or D completes the meaning of that sentence with that choice. For example, number 1. After working in the garden, drinking a cool glass of lemonade blank me a lot. Which of the 4 choices makes the most sense? A. Reformed. B. Retained. C. Reduced. Or D. Refreshed. If you're working in the garden, let's say, well, it wouldn't be winter now, would it? It would probably be a season where it gets pretty hot. Working in the garden takes a lot of energy, and it's easy to feel very hot, very fast. But a cool glass of lemonade would do what? The best answer is, of course, D, refreshed. That's a feeling you feel new again. You're not going to feel tired. You're not going to feel hot. Drinking something will not reform you. It won't change you. Retain you. It will keep you. Keep you what? Reduce you? I hope not. So certainly D, the idea of especially a cool glass of lemonade is something many people enjoy on a hot summer day or after working a lot. So choose D. After working in the garden, drinking a cool glass of lemonade refreshed me a lot.
好，我们看到这个题目，他说呢，在花园里面工作之后，喝了一杯冰凉的柠檬水啊 ，drinking a cool glass of lemonade 啊，那这样的事情会怎么样呢？怎么样 me a lot， 所以我们需要一个动词啊，所以工作的在这个花园里面工作很累嘛啊，那这个时候喝一杯冰凉的柠檬水会怎么样呢？那这4个选项是个很好的机会，我们可以学习 re 这个字首啊。re 这个字首呢，通常是2个意思哈 ，back 或者是 again 啊。那在这里正好4个选项里面呢，有2个是 again， 有2个是 back。所以例如说，第一个 reformed。form 是形成啊，那 re 在这里是 again 的意思，所以就是再形成一次，就本来已经成型了，但是不够好，我们再改一下，让它再形成一次，所以 reformed 是改革的意思。那你说改革喝柠檬汁会改革我，当然不对哈。那 B retained 啊，这个是保留或者是保持的意思，这个时候这个 re 就是 back 的意思，那 tain 是 hold 啊，是握住，所以 hold back 就是把什么东西往后这个抓住啊，不要让它跑掉，所以这是保留或保持的意思。那第3个选项 reduced， 这个 duc 这个字根呢是 lead 的意思，引导的意思啊。那这个 re 也是 back， 所以 reduce 就是 lead back 啊，把它往回的方向引导，所以 reduce 是减少的意思啊，降低或者减少啊。这个 duc 呢，这个它的另外一个形成的字根很多，其实好像 conduct 是这个指挥啊，好，或者是这个做一件事情，那 comes together， 那 duct 是 lead， 所以to lead or bring together 就是我做成这件事情，我指挥一个音乐。那 deduct 是减啊，加减乘除那个减 ，d 是 down， 那 duct 是 lead， 所以 lead down 就 bring down，bring away 好，就减少。好，那第4个是我们正确的选项 refreshed。这个 re 是 again 的意思 ，fresh 是新鲜 ，refresh 就是本来不已经旧了、成这个累了，那你就让它再新鲜一次，所以就是使它恢复活力。所以这是我们正确答案啊！顺便学一下其他的，你字根如果懂的话，这4个选项意思其实很清楚。
That was so cool. Thank you.
Oh,
moving on to number
pleasure.
2. My sister felt blank because she only got 2 hours of sleep last night. How did my sister feel? She only got 2 hours of sleep, so she's probably not feeling too good. Is she feeling A, drowsy? Drowsy is like the sweet sensation of you're going to fall asleep soon. B, active. You know, that might be true. Sometimes if I've only slept a little bit, I get really hyperactive. But that's just maybe me. C, vague. This is also a possible answer. If you feel vague about something, you're like not clear. You're like, yeah, maybe.
After 2 hours of sleep,
everything is vague,
that.
Right? And then D, intensive. This one has no possibility because to be intensive, you can't be intensive. An intensive course is like a really concentrated or quick-paced course. So that doesn't work here. Let's Let's choose A, though, because always we have to pick the best answer, not the answer that feels right for you, but one that you think is the most objective answer that the test person would probably pick. So, like the most generally applicable answer. So choose A, drowsy. My sister felt drowsy because she only got 2 hours of sleep last night.
好，那这个题目他说呢 ，My sister 觉得怎么样啊？那因为 she only got 2 hours of sleep last night 啊，注意这个用法。这个中文会讲说，他昨天晚上只睡了2个小时。中文是用动词啊，只睡了多久呢？2个小时。但是英文呢，这里是这个睡是名词哈，然后用 got 这个动词 ，she only got， 然后呢用 2 hours of sleep， 用 2 hours of 来修饰这个 sleep 哈，所以这个思考方式跟中文是不太一样的哈。所以 she only got 2 hours of sleep 啊 last night。好，当然你也可以说 she only slept for 2 hours 啊，但是好像
Oh, well, yeah. You can say that for sure. You can say she only slept for 2 hours. We use that all the time. But we usually talk about, like at least Americans, we talk about getting sleep. Did you did you get this sleep? How much sleep did you get last night? Or did
Not
you get
enough.
did you get any sleep last night? Were you able to sleep?
Some.
Yeah.
好，所以呢，我们也可以讲说 she slept for 2 hours， she slept for 2 hours last night。但是英文，尤其美式英文呢，通常习惯是讲说这个他们谈是 getting sleep 啊，所以 to get sleep 多少的 sleep 啊，所以这个现在我们题目里面这个说法是比较常用的啊，比较合乎习惯的。好，那我们看到他只睡2个小时，所以现在一定怎么样呢？正确答案是 A 啊 ，drowsy 啊，就是这个昏昏欲睡的啊 ，half asleep 啊，或者 dozy 啊 ，D-O-Z-Y 啊，差不多的意思啊。那这个正确答案。那 B 选项 active 就是现在非常的活跃，非常的积极哈。但有的人这个睡得很少，反而会非常的 hyper 哈。但是呢，不是每个人都这样，所以这个答案不如 drowsy 好。那 vague 第3个选项 vague 是模糊哈，所以模糊通常我们会谈到这个照片模不模糊啊 ，idea 模不模糊啊，所以在这里这个答案也不好。那第4个选项 intensive 是密集的，这个答案当然更扯不上关系哈。所以这一题我们最好的答案是 drowsy。
Okay, number 3. After 3 years of waiting, blank finally prevailed, and the murderer was sentenced to 50 years in prison. Our choices: A, bribery, B, relief, C, justice, D, wealth. Well, with words like murderer, sentence, and prison, if you look over the 4 choices, bribery is a kind of crime, but relief and wealth wouldn't fit here. Justice would also be possible. So is A or C better? Well, prevail will help us. We often collate prevail with justice. Justice is finally served. Justice is finally done. Justice finally prevails. That means in the end it wins. It's victorious. So by collocation, definitely choose C. After 3 years of waiting, justice finally prevailed, and the murderer was sentenced to 50 years in prison.
所以我们看到他说3年的等待之后哈 ，after 3 years of waiting， 怎么样呢？这个某个东西 finally prevailed 啊 ，prevail 这个意思就是 to prove superior 啊，或者 to prove more powerful， 所以得胜啊，胜出的意思啊。然后呢 ，the murderer 这个凶手呢被判处啊 ，was sentenced 多少呢 ？was sentenced to 啊，注意那些其实是 to 啊，50年的这个监狱啊，也就是说他被处50年有期徒刑啊。He was sentenced to 50 years in prison。好，所以这个地方呢啊，所以这个凶手终于被抓去关了，所以应该是正义得到伸张。那英文里面的 collocation 呢 justice 啊，可以怎么样 ？justice 可以 prevailed 啊，所以这个正确答案就是 C justice 正义啊。那其他选项 A bribery 是贿赂哈，如果贿赂啊 prove superior 的话，那这个完蛋了，国家就完蛋了哈，所以这个答案不对。B relief 是松了一口气啊，或者当名词它可以表示救济的物资啊，那放在这也不对。那 D wealth 是财富或者富裕，那当然意思也不对，所以我们这题答案要选的是 justice prevailed.
Number 4. The workout was so intense that sweat was blank from Mark's face almost instantly. That was my workout bro voice. What was the sweat was doing something from Mark's face. Just think, what is the most common connotation? Sweat was C, dripping. Because what does sweat do? It only drips or runs down your body, which is worse. Our other choices were A, vanishing, B, fading, and D, sinking, and just come on, we all know it's C, dripping. The workout was so intense that sweat was dripping from Mark's face almost instantly.
好，所以 the workout 就是这个健身的运动啊。这个健身运动呢 was so intense 啊，这个 intense 在这里是高强度的意思啊，强度很高啊，所以呢结果是 sweat 汗水 was 啊，我们要选的是 dripping 啊，滴下来啊 drip 就是 to fall in drops 啊，一滴一滴的掉下来啊，所以汗水流下来滴下来啊，从这个 Mark 他的脸上滴下来，而且是 almost instantly 啊，几乎立刻就滴下来了啊，他非常的高强度，所以他一开始做马上几乎就开始滴汗了啊。所以这是正确答案。那其他选项我们看一下 vanishing 是消失啊，那汗水消失很奇怪啊。那 fading 是褪色啊，或者是这个逐渐的变淡啊，这个汗也不会褪色，也不会逐渐变淡，所以也不对。sinking 是下沉，汗水也不会下沉啊，所以这答案也不对。所以我们要选的是 dripping 啊 ，sweat was dripping 就是汗水啊，一直讲错，汗水往下滴。
Number 5, those two cars are identical, except that the one on the right has a blank larger rearview mirror. We have two cars that look the same, except that there is a difference. The one on the right, the car on the right, has a blank larger rearview mirror. The rearview mirror is a small mirror inside the front part of the car, so a driver or passenger can look into it and see what's going on in the rear behind them. Now, it's not a very large item, and if you saw two cars, you might not even notice the difference between two rear view mirrors. What we need is an adverb to modify larger. One of these mirrors is larger than the other, and what makes sense here? A loosely larger? We don't use that. Slightly larger means just a little bit, and that makes sense. Widely larger? You might be able to find a meaning for that, but I doubt it. Scarcely larger. Again, you have to push in order to make that work, but slightly comes fluently. So let's choose B. Those two cars are identical, except that the one on the right has a slightly larger rearview mirror.
Identical 就是 exactly alike 好，所以这两辆车呢是完全一样的 except that 除了一点啊，哪一点呢 The one on the right 就是右边那一辆车呢 has a 啊，它有怎么样呢？我们要选的答案是 slightly 啊，稍微啊 larger 它的有一个稍微大一点的好 rear view 是往后看啊，这个看到的东西看到的景象，那 mirror 是镜子，所以加起来就是后照镜啊，所以右边那辆车有个后照镜。好，那我们看选项 A loosely 是很宽松的啊，那它有宽松的这个比较宽松的修饰大，宽松的大的很奇怪啊。那 slightly 是正确答案，那 C widely 是宽广的，那 widely 再加上 larger 很奇怪 ，widely larger 这个很奇怪，不知道什么意思啊。很少看到这样的搭配。那第四个选项 scarcely。好，文法上好像通啊 ，scarcely larger 就是，但是 scarcely 是几乎不，是 almost not 的意思。如果是 scarcely larger， 那表示还是差不多，所以不会用 except that， 因为他说这两辆车是一样的，除了什么之外，换句话说，除了这个东西，这两个是很不一样的，或者至少是不一样的，所以这个地方 slightly 会好一点，因为看起来几乎一样，就是有一辆后照镜稍微大一点啊。如果说是有一辆后照镜啊，几乎没有比较大，那等于就是没有比较大了嘛，啊，所以 scarcely 这个答案不对，那我们要选的是 slightly.
Number 6. Our children were excited to see a blank of cattle quietly grazing on the grass. So we're talking about a group of cattle, and I love these kinds of nouns, like a parliament of owls, but more commonly though, a gaggle of geese.
啊。那这个地方都是表示一群的意思啊。那刚刚那个 owl 是猫头鹰啊，那英文有这种说法，一群猫头鹰可以说是 a parliament of owls 啊，也好像是国会一样，因为猫头鹰感觉起来很有智慧，然后戴了眼镜这样子 啊，那这个有一点讽刺啊，他好像说国会的人都很有智慧啊。那这个地方啊，那这个地方
comments
Moving right along.
yeah, 那这个a gaggle of geese 啊，那个一群鹅啊，那个 gaggle 是 G-A-G-G-L-E。那其实英文里面呢，这种计量的单位呢，其实根据它后面的名词不同，有很多很多不同的变化，也有一些很可爱的用法。各位可以去 Google 一下，可以看到就很有趣的一些说法。
There's a website where the British Bird Society has the list of all the ones they use. You could Google that.
Yeah. 好，所以有一个这个各位反正 Google 一下，有一个英国赏鸟人的网站，上面有很多的例子。
Anyways, getting back to our example here, what is the name of a group of cattle? Is it a pack? Is it a herd? Is it a school? Or is it a colony? A colony would be like a colony of penguins. A school would be like a school of fish. A pack would be like a pack of dogs, or sometimes a pack of cards. So, you know, because I skipped B, that B is the answer. The answer is herd, a herd of cattle. Our children were excited to see a herd of cattle quietly grazing on the grass.
我们的小孩看到什么东西之后非常的兴奋，他看到的是一群牛， cattle 是集合名词，它不加 s 的，所以一群牛我们用的是 herd， 这个是答案是 B， 牛跟马的一群我们用的都是这一个字。看到一群牛呢，很安静的 grazing 的动物在吃草的意思on the grass， 所以他们这个就是在那里牛在吃草，他们看得很兴奋。那其他选项我们看到 A pack 也是一群，但是通常我们讲 a pack of dogs 或者 a pack of wolves 狼也可以用 pack。那 C school 呢特别用来指鱼a school of fish 就是一群鱼。colony 就是一窝或者一群你可以讲这个 penguin 可以用 colony， 你也那个 ants 蚂蚁也可以用 colony， 或者 bees 蜜蜂也可以用 colony， 但是用在这里都不合适，所以我们选 B herd。
Number 7. The floor in the kitchen is blank, so you'd better be careful walking in there. Do we choose A, greasy, B, fluent, C, typical, or D, steep? It's a floor we're talking about. A floor cannot be fluent. Typical, if it's typical, why should we be careful walking there? Steep would refer to something like stairs. An incline, something from low to high in a short distance, and I've never seen a kitchen like that, but unfortunately, I have seen my own kitchen where the floor is greasy.
Really?
It has no.
I can't imagine.
Cotswold would never allow that. It's spotless.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
He's a master chef.
Exactly. I was like, how in the heck is your kitchen floor? Not possible.
Greasy is oily, and that would mean dirty and so on. So in any case, we wouldn't want that, but that is the answer we want. The floor in the kitchen is greasy, so you'd better be careful walking in there.
好，所以这个厨房的地板很怎么样呢？我们要选答案是 greasy 这个非常的油腻所以 you'd better 你最好 be careful 要小心一点 walking in there 在里面走路你要小心一点，所以正确答案是 greasy。好，那 B 选项呢 fluent 是流利的所以我们讲 to be fluent in 某一个语言所以这里不对。那 C typical 是典型的所以厨房很典型那典型跟小心走路没有关系，所以这个答案不对。那 steep 是陡峭的having a sharp inclination 那刚刚这个 Bruce 老师讲 incline 都同一个字INCLINATION 这是名词好，所以总之 steep 就是陡峭的意思，所以正确答案是 greasy。
Number 8. You can blank a little cheese powder on the pizza to make it taste better. So cheese powder is powdered cheese. It's cheese that's been dried and turned into a powder. You can what? You can basically put a little cheese powder on the pizza. That's the simplest way to say this. So let's look for a word that means put. It's some form of put. A, reveal. To reveal something is to make it be seen. Like originally it was hidden and I will reveal that it was dun dun dun. So to show or something. That's not put. B, convey. You can convey meaning to somebody. You can actually convey goods on a conveyor belt. You can carry something. That's what convey means. So no, it's not put. C, fasten. To fasten is to attach. You either attach two things together, like fasten your seatbelt, or you need to fasten your coat, like you have to zip your coat up or whatever. Usually fasten is for like buckles. It isn't necessarily for zippers, but you fasten buttons. Anyways, it's not putting. D, sprinkle. If you sprinkle something, it's putting something on something else, but in a way that it spreads widely. Like the rain sprinkled down. It wasn't a concentrated downpour. So choose D. You can sprinkle a little cheese powder on the pizza to make it taste better.
好，所以你可以怎么样呢？一点点的这个起司粉啊，然后呢撒在这个披萨上面，我们直接想到大概就是撒的这个动词啊。那 to make it taste better 啊，让它比较好吃。那我们看看这里面哪一个字表示撒的意思呢？就是 D sprinkle 就是表示撒的意思，所以这是正确答案。那其他选项我们看到 A reveal 是透露啊或者揭露啊，你可以 reveal your secrets 啊，把你的秘密讲出来啊或者透露出来。那 B convey 是传达，你可以 convey a message to someone 啊。然后 C fasten 我们就记得一个很常用的片语 fasten your seat belt 就系紧你的安全带。好，那这 A、B、C 放在这个句子都不合，所以我们选的答案是 sprinkle 撒。
Number 9. Two countries lay claim to the blank of this island because it is rich in oil reserves. A. Element. B. Permission. C. Ownership. D. Comparison. The key here is lay claim to. That means, hey, this is mine. Oh, yeah, you're wrong. This is mine. They are laying claim to something. It belongs to one or the other. And the only word here that reflects this idea of belonging to is C, ownership. If you own something, it belongs to you. So choose C. Two countries lay claim to the ownership of this island because it is rich in oil reserves.
Lay claim to 就是宣称有什么东西啊，所以题目是说有两个国家宣称有什么呢 ？The ownership of this island 有这个岛屿的所有权，所以正确答案是 ownership 所有权。为什么它两个国家都说我们拥有这个岛屿呢？因为 it is rich in oil reserves 啊，因为它的石油蕴藏啊非常的这个丰富 ，rich 很丰富啊，所以正确答案是 ownership。好，那其他的呢？选项我们看一下 ，A element 是元素，不对。好 ，B permission 是许可或者允许啊 ，give somebody permission to do something 啊。那 C ownership 这是我们正确答案。D comparison 是比较啊，所以正好最好的答案就是 ownership。Lay claim to the ownership of this island.
Number 10. The detective's very blank explanation clarified the woman's motive for helping the criminal. So what kind of explanation was it? Well, it's something that clarified the woman's motive. It made it clearer. It made us understand things better. So what kind of explanation was it? Was it A thorough explanation? If it's thorough, it means that it touches on all the details and really sort of gets into all of the points. So that's probably our answer. B says confusing. A confusing explanation is no explanation at all. You're left feeling less explained. Well, you're left feeling confused. The matter is explained even less afterwards. So that's a bad explanation. It won't clarify anything. C, faulty. Faulty means there's a problem with it. There's some mistake or there's some problem. So again, that wouldn't work to clarify something. And D, vacant doesn't collocate with explanation. You could have a vacant room, a vacant look, a vacant stare, a vacant brain, but you can't have a vacant explanation. So choose A. The detective's very thorough explanation clarified the woman's motive for helping the criminal.
这一位这个侦探或者这个警探，他非常怎么样的解释啊？可以 clarify 的就是澄清啊 ，to make clear， 澄清了这个女士她的动机啊，做什么事情的动机呢？她帮助这个罪犯的动机，所以显然是她要能够 clarify 她的动机，要能够讲得很清楚的话，那应该是很详尽清楚的解释。那我们看到 A 选项 thorough 表示很详尽的、很彻底的，好，那这是正确答案，详尽的解释。好，那澄清了一切。那 B confusing 是令人困惑的。如果他的这个解释很令人困惑的话，他就没有办法 clarify anything 啊，所以 B 这个选项不对。Faulty 是有瑕疵的、有毛病的，他的解释如果有瑕疵的话，也是没有办法 clarify， 所以这个答案也不对。vacant 是这个空缺的意思啊，那如果是指 a vacant mind 或者 a vacant brain， 那就是表示里面空空的，脑袋空空的，没有什么知识啊，那这个 不管怎么说 vacant， 如果就算能够修饰 explanation， 也不可能 clarify， 所以这个答案也不对。我们选的是 thorough 啊 thorough explanation。
Okay, hope you benefited from the program today, learned or were reminded about some vocabulary that we covered in articles during this month. Join us the next time. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.